Hey yo, what is going on everybody? It's your boy X coming at y'all with a brand new video, and in this we're talking about limited and what cards you guys should be using in order to finish yourself up those wonderful seasons of giving rewards section. So if you guys are excited, make sure you smash that like button down below. Comment what card you're looking for currently on limited, or if you're just trying to stack up like I currently am, all of the original owner cards up in, I guess, here. We got an extra Camelo, a bunch of extra Amon Shumperts and all that sort of stuff. So let me know what you guys are doing in there down in the comment section below. So for the limited weekend, what we are looking at for week 6, sorry, is no pink diamond or higher players are allowed, which honestly, I don't mind. It's kind of limited a little bit, made it a little bit more fun. 1 diamond and 1 amethyst are allowed, and all other players must be a ruby card or lower, and then obviously no free agents either. You can see we've already got the unlimited ring for the week, which is cool, but it means you're basically going to be kind of running around with a team like this. My bench was kind of thrown together just with cards that I like, and then the starters, obviously, is who we really were running. So when it comes to, I guess, limited, you always want to make sure you're really picking those 2 cards that they allow you to use. Like on the left, you can see the diamond and amethyst really well. There's a lot of good cards for each set of tiers that you can really use and have to your advantage, but there are some ones that I would recommend having over others. And if you guys, even after this video, are still a little bit unsure on who you guys want to use, you can head over to this site here, 2kdb.net, and you can select the amethyst one and pick my position that you guys want to see. Also, what I would recommend is if you're looking for a small forward, hit small forward and include a secondary position. You can check out all the amethysts you have there, and same thing for the diamonds and kind of see who's working there. But without further ado, let's talk about some of the guys that I'm recommending on the PS5 real quick. So for the point guard position of an amethyst, I think that you kind of should just use no matter what, really. Is going to be from the Retro 2K set, and it is going to be this Amethyst Chris Paul. This Amethyst Chris Paul is probably going to be the best bang for your buck PG to use in limited for a while, and for most, I think, limited weekends. Chris Paul is going to be your guy. CP3 is 6 foot and just has everything you want. Giant Slayer helps him finish beautifully, and I mean, look at all the badges, man. 39 of them that cover everything. Everything. Deep threes, clamps, quick first step, dimer, sniper, hot zone hunter. Like, he has everything that you would want. Some amazing stats, even silver difficult shots to help him out there. And I just love the CP3. There's really like nobody better, I think, at the amethyst that I would really recommend to run. Like, there's other guys that are good at the point guard position. Like, if I can remember where he came from, it might be the Idol series that I'm remembering. It might not be, but you know what, it might be Seasons of Giving, but it might be Amethyst De'Aaron Fox, who actually, is over here. Amethyst De'Aaron Fox is also another really good PG that I actually quite like using, just because De'Aaron Fox has some pretty good shooting. It's not amazing, but it's really good. Some nice driving. He can dunk a little bit, which is nice. Playmaking is good. The defense is good. The speed is amazing, and it really creates a lot of mismatches, and it can really help out. Also, Ruby Chris Paul is another really great option if you want to use your Amethyst in other spots. Chris Paul's Ruby is actually a pretty solid PG, I think, to go ahead and use. Amon Shumpert, if you guys have got Amon Shumpert for free, he's another card that if you want to use your amethyst or diamond in other spots, Amon Shumpert, I think, works perfectly fine because he's 6'5". Obviously, we have a decent shot 3, we have a good driving dunk, we have good defense, and our badges really help us out there as well with really good defense, really good dunking, and having sniper, so we can kind of shoot really well. Cards that I would avoid that I've seen a lot of people using recently in limited, that I really want you to kind of jump away from. This Trae Young, ain't it? No defense whatsoever. I've killed everybody that I've seen using it. I've also seen a lot of people using the Ruby Steph Curry, who I actually don't even have bought, but the card I see a lot of people using. I know it's Curry, I know that he's going to be great, but he's just not a great card. And then when it comes to diamonds, ones I'd recommend, Ray for Alston, really solid. Jamal Murray, another really solid card that I really recommend using because he just is an absolute killer. Jamal Murray is beautiful, man. I was getting killed, I think a day or two ago, by somebody using Jamal Murray because he's just disgusting. But really solid cards. But in general, for our PGs, what we're looking for is obviously a little bit of defense. Obviously, Jamal Murray doesn't have that, but a little bit of defense, like bronze clamps. We want some good shooting. Some really okay dunking. I think around about a 70 with a good dunking tendency is good. We can play make and have some pretty decent speed for that, and preferably range, at least for me, on my point guards and maybe my shooting guard as well, for our general things we're looking for at our point guards. When it comes to our shooting guards, one that I'm going to keep recommending is Nick Anderson. Nick Anderson is just an absolute demon that really can do basically everything for you. I mean, at a Ruby, he can dunk a little bit. He can shoot the three ball like crazy with that 93 shot three in gold range, and he can still, play some defense, and he's actually pretty quick as well, which I love. If you're into the diamonds and you already have got yourself this Rip Hamilton, great guy to run because, we have a good 91 three-point shot. Again, we can dunk. We have pretty decent playmaking, really good defense, and solid speed with some really good Hall of Fame badges in shooting, and on defense, some really solid gold badges. So Rip Hamilton, actually a pretty solid card to use as well, which I actually kind of like. So, go Rip Hamilton. Again, if you're one of the all-offensive guys, you don't care about defense, Karis LeVert is a demon. Absolute beast. Karis LeVert just does not miss. Loved using this card. I thought he was super, super, super fun because that jump shot 70 is beautiful. Other guys that, are small forwards but can play it too, that work really well. Obviously, I think really only one I'd recommend using is Bruce Bowen, just because he plays that great defense and shoots the three ball really, really good. But a slept-on guy is going to be Matt Barnes for me at the 2 and the 3, because Matt Barnes, I think, just embodies 3 and D perfectly. An 89 three-point shot. We have some good defense as some nice speed, and we just have some nice badges over here in the gold section. We catch and shoot, pickpocket, pick dodger, clamps, interceptor. I just like Matt Barnes, I think, as a sapphire. I think he plays really well at the 2, so it works pretty well. For a higher up amethyst, I really don't know too many, shooting guards that I'm really jumping out to at the amethyst section. I think there's some that are actually pretty good, but nobody that I'd say I'd absolutely love, except for maybe, Amethyst Gerald Wallace, again from the Seasons of Giving set. There's so many guards over here that's a little hard to keep track, but Gerald Wallace is a really good defender. I kind of prefer him as a 3, but he's still a really good defender that can kind of play your 2 and still hit 3s occasionally, which is nice. The Amethyst Klay Thompson from the final set is still an absolute beast because, again, it's Klay. The Klay jump shot is beautiful. 3 and D really kind of fills that role very, very, very well. And from the most part, he's kind of a beast. He's kind of a beast. He really just does a lot of really good things for you. And then for diamonds, I feel like those are a little bit more set in stone of who's a really, really good card. Eddie Jones, beautiful 2 guard to run. Even a badged up Clyde Drexler, again from the Seasons of Giving set, I think is actually a really solid card. Gordon Hayward, if you want to run him at the 2, maybe you've given a little bit of defense to help him out there, I think is a really, really solid card. But I would avoid guys like James Harden and things like that because they just don't have the most amazing defense to really make him that next level card. Just really not my guys. Now, again, when it comes to shooting guards, what I usually look at is just 3 and D. Can we hit some 3s, preferably from deep with range extender, and can we play some defense? And that's really about it. Same thing goes for the guys that I have at my 3 or my small forward position. I just look for kind of like jack of all trades cards or 3 and D players, which is why I usually go with a Bruce Bowen, or I go with this Sapphire Patrick Williams for the really cheap budget options because they just got their things like that. Although I think I have the incorrect Patrick Williams. This one is an athletic, which means we don't have the greatest of defense. You want to go with the defensive Patrick Williams if you're going for my general team, which is nice. And then again, I usually go with Bruce Bowen. We can't use any big diamonds, so obviously we're limited to diamond and amethyst. But at the small forward, I love using Chris Mullin, maybe at the 2 sometimes as well, just because he is, that guy when it comes to just shooting the ball, which you'll love to see. And when it comes to rubies, there's really, again, not too many people that I love, but when it comes to, the diamonds that are playing the small forward position, I love to go ahead and use this diamond Andre Karolinko any chance that I get at the 3 and the 4. He is just absolutely beautiful. There's obviously Zion Williamson that you can use on the glitch card. He is just an absolute beast. Even other cards from the Season of Giving set in Juwan Howard is a really good small forward to use. The new Scottie Pippen that we got, really good card to use, really plays defense, really shoots well, and again, one that I absolutely love. And then when it comes, again, to our small forwards at the amethyst position, or Amethyst section, I really like, again, Gerald Wallace, because he plays good defense, kind of that 3-and-D bit of a role, which is really what I look for. I just like the good defenders and things like that really hold it down. Hito Turkoglu is another card that gets a big shout out from me, because I love this Hito at the 3 and the 4, and if you add a little bit of defense, he is a demon, and he's got that range to really shoot from deep. So Hito Turkoglu is a definite shout out from me to use. Absolutely love him. And again, for my general guys that I'm looking for at the 3 are, can we shoot really well? Do we have a good shot 3 like Bruce Bowen with a 88? And can we play defense? And we're good. Or just nice all-around guys. Now for our power forwards, guys that I'm seeing a lot of people running, Lamar Odom, great card. One of those all-around guys that I feel like, even though he doesn't have the greatest defensive stats, still plays really good defense just because the stats are, or defensive badges he doesn't have, but the stats are really good, which is all-around amazing. Good three-point shots, good dunking, decent playmaking, solid all-around defense, solid rebounding, and solid speed with some pretty good badges, if I'm being honest. Like, pretty good badges that really just help us out in a little bit of everything. So Ruby Lamar Odom is great. I love running Emerald Jeff Green. It's just a guy that, for some reason, works really well for me every single time. Jeff Green is just an absolute beast. I could not tell you for the life of me why, but I actually kind of really like him. Then when it comes to rubies other than, Lamar Odom, the only card that I'm going to recommend to you guys is Jonathan Isaac, because Jonathan Isaac is being run by everybody else. So if you're not using Isaac, you're at a massive disadvantage, because Jonathan Isaac is the best ruby in the game, in my opinion. 6'11", that three-point shot is beautiful with jump shot 70. He dunks actually really, really solid, especially if you give him a few, badges here and there. The defense is beautiful all around, good rebounding, really good speed, and he is, oh my god, a lockdown defender. Like, come on. Clamps, defensive leader, interceptor, intimidator, pogo stick, post move, lockdown, quick first step, which I love to see. At 6'11" with his 7'5" wingspan, it's just unreal. So, really, if you're not using Isaac at your 4, you're kind of at a big L, because he can play all the power forwards that you're going to be running. He can play all the 3s that they're going to be running. Really just the most versatile card that you really could use. So pick yourself up a Jonathan Isaac, and don't be taking L's out here. For diamonds, again, love Andre Karolinko. If you're running an AK and Jonathan Isaac duo, nobody's scoring on you, at all. I can tell you that. Nobody's going to be scoring on you. It's going to be beautiful. You can just do really whatever you want. And some power forwards that could play the 3 still work, with the Zion that we talked about. Even Diamond Giannis is a pretty good one. Another card that I really like and I think plays really, really well is the Brandon Ingram. Maybe even the Glenn Robinson, although I'd run Glenn at the 3, but he could play the 4. So if you want a really small ball, quick lineup, could be something that you could run out there that could work really, really well. And even older cards like the what is it? We got the old Idol Series cards over here in that's the original Larry Bird. In Paul George, there we go. That's what I was thinking of. We have the Diamond Paul George. I think that's somewhere in there. Who's still a pretty good option at the 3 and the 4. Also, I think in the Flash set, we do have a Diamond KD that is actually pretty solid. An Amethyst. The Andre Karolinko is solid, but just not up to par with this Diamond, so maybe don't use him as much. And then when it comes to centers, this is one that I think I had the most trouble with at first, because I was trying to find, good ruby centers that I really liked using, and there just weren't too many. But centers that I did find that are ruby that I guess didn't mind running or didn't hate running are over here in Andrea Bargnani. I think he's from the season's tip-off set. Andrea Bargnani is definitely a very, very solid center that I think most people can run, can have some success with, because he's got some great shooting ability, some great post ability, and still plays defense pretty well. Not amazing, but still pretty well, that I think it works at least in your favor a bit. From the Retro 2K set, Thon Maker is an all offense but still plays good defense because he's so damn tall. Center that I think works very, very, very well depending on what you're doing. If you like defense, Dikembe Mutombo is your guy. Really holds it down there. And if you like that, just super long wingspan, super cheesy kind of card, Dino Raja is also your guy. Because he still has the occasional midi of an 87, can dunk really well, can play really good defense, and rebounds insane. Gives you, I think, a 7'11" wingspan at 6'11", which is unreal. So some really good options for the ruby, and those are the ones that I would say to use. You guys saw that for Amethyst, I'm using the Marcus Aldridge because he's got that beautiful stretchability, but this is a card that not too many people can get their hands on anymore because he did drop last season for the unlimited rewards. So obviously we got to look for some auto ones that we can use, get cheesy with, and really have, I guess, some fun with. Obviously the old Amethyst Kristaps Porzingis is one that is going to work pretty well. Let me find him. There he is. The whole thing with this Kristaps Porzingis will still work really well, but I do think you get more bang for your buck if you go and pick up this Amethyst Serge Ibaka, because Serge, 6'10", just as good of a release in my opinion. A good 91 midi and 85 3-point shot. The dunking is significantly better. Defense, significantly better. Better rebounding, and also is faster too with Hall of Fame rim protector. So the Serge Ibaka is honestly kind of a beast. Another really good card is this double take Shawn Kemp over here. If you like the smaller ball, really quick, all offense lineups, the Shawn Kemp comes in here, gives you everything you'd want on offense, especially that finishing side, and kind of has some pretty good defense and rebounding, although obviously not as amazing, but still very, very, very solid. And then when it comes to diamonds, this is kind of where it opens up, and you can really have anything that you'd want, because Tim Duncan works beautifully at the center. Rudy Gobert also works very, very well at the center. It's just a really, really solid card. Some Idol Series guys that dropped that worked really well that I think a lot of people are going to like. Diamond Arvydas Sabonis, absolute beast. He is a tall as hell, stretch big with a great 3-point shot. It's still decent defense, although he's missing rebound chaser, so that's a bit of an L. A new card that did drop as well that is amazing is this Diamond Brook Lopez, because he is the essence of a 3-and-D center at 7 foot, 93 3-point shot, 89 midi, and we have a 94 interior, 94 block, and great rebounding. Like, Diamond Brook Lopez, awesome, and insane bang for your buck. He's super cheap, super nice, absolutely love him. Another guy that I really, really, really want to shout out because I think he is amazing is Diamond Chris Breezy. Diamond Chris Bosh. Seriously, one of the best bang for your bucks. I mean, look at this. 60K, and you get a Chris Bosh with a diamond contract. Like, that is solid, because you might even be able to flip it for a little bit more MT, which is looking nice. A lot of diamond shoes, a lot of diamond contracts throughout here on a lot of these Chris Boshes, and it's just beautiful because, I mean, come on. Chris Bosh, 6'11", stretches the floor great because he's an 89 3-point shot, and he comes with gold deep threes, sniper, and has Intimidator. Also dunks the ball beautifully and has great defense and great rebounding and really good speed as well, 79 speed. So I think if you're looking for centers, I would go maybe the Dino Raja option, the Andrea Bargnani option, Diamond Chris Bosh, or things like that. Because if I'm being honest, I think if you set yourself up with like Amethyst CP3 in your PG position, and then you have a Diamond Chris Bosh in here at the center, and then you fill it out with Nick Anderson, Bruce Bowen, even Ruby Jonathan Isaac, you are going to have a killer starting lineup that's going to help you win every single time. And then for tips on the limited rewards, sometimes some people just pick the first one that they see whenever they pick in the middle. My advice is, whenever you have the final reward, pick in the middle. If it's not the one you're looking for, go over to the right or the left, whatever side you prefer. I always go right, but if you like to go left, whatever. Pick the middle. If it's not what you want, go to the right. Give yourself the best chance of getting them. And even if it is a card like Amon Shumpert that you already have, Morris Peterson, I think I have a few dupes of. I'll show you that. I haven't opened any of them. There is a Morris Peterson right there that I've got. I'm going to be grinding, getting another, hopefully, Richard Jefferson and Allen Iverson out there, and maybe a John Morant. Don't open the card packs. Leave them here, because if you open the card packs, they throw you into a swap or sell option, and we want to keep those packs for the new seasons when they drop, because in the exchange, you can see there are going to be original owner Suns players or Celtics players or 76ers players, things like that. There's also, I think, for the higher end, pink diamond that just came out, like Elton Brand, we need original owner amethyst cards. So eventually, obviously, we're going to need original owner diamonds and original owner pink diamonds. So if you keep those cards, for that time into your pack market, eventually, whenever we have those really good exchanges, you can take them and then finally add them to the exchange as original owner pink diamonds, whatever you guys need, and you'll have a lot easier of a time. So even if you've already got your ring, you've got everything that you need for this weekend. I still would recommend, using some of these guys, having some fun, and picking up all of those extra cards for later on exchanges, because that's what I'll be doing a little bit today. Let me know if this video did help you guys down below. Like it if you did enjoy. Comment down below what your limited lineup is looking like at this current point in time, and subscribe if you guys are new. We are on that road to 10K subscribers. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Had a great Happy New Year, and I'll see you all in the next video.